Welcome back. Today, I witnessed a gripping exchange on Capitol Hill. Senator John Kennedy grilled three AI experts: Sam Altman, Professor Marcus, and Miss Montgomery. The topic? AI in the courtroom, Congress, and even life-or-death situations. Stick around for what Sam Altman admits at the end. Senator Kennedy opened with three wild but powerful hypotheses. First, most members of Congress don't understand AI. Second, that won't stop them from regulating it, maybe even harming innovation. Third, a berserk wing of AI could create tech that might kill us all. Yeah, he actually said that. Actually.
Thank you all for being here. Permit me to share with you three hypotheses that I would like you to assume for the moment to be true. Hypothesis number one: many members of Congress do not understand artificial intelligence. Hypothesis number two: that absence of understanding may not prevent Congress from plunging in with enthusiasm and trying to regulate this technology in a way that could hurt this technology. Hypothesis number three that I would like you to assume: there is likely a berserk wing of the artificial intelligence community that intentionally or unintentionally could use artificial intelligence to kill all of us and hurt us the entire time that we are dying. Assume all of those to be true. Please tell me in plain English 2 or 3 reforms, regulations, if any, that you would implement if you were queen or king for a day. Ms. Montgomery.
Miss Montgomery was up first. Her answer? Transparency. Full-blown disclosure. She called for companies to reveal the data used to train AI models and have ongoing governance. If AI can harm lives, she says we need clear laws and real oversight. Here's where it gets interesting. Professor Marcus refused to stay abstract. He said, give AI a safety review, like we do with drugs through the FDA, before unleashing it on millions, and create a nimble agency to recall AI models that go rogue. Plus, fund research into AI constitutionalism, teaching AI to reason ethically. He warned, current tech isn't good at behaving ethically. That should terrify us all.
I think it comes back again to transparency and explainability in AI. We absolutely need to know and have companies attest.
What do you mean by transparency?
So disclosure of the data that's used to train AI, disclosure of the model and how it performs, and making sure that there's continuous governance over these models, that we are the leading edge in terms of that regulation. Technology governance, organizational governance, rules and clarification that are needed that this
Which
Congress...
rules? I mean, this is your chance, folks, to tell us how to get this right. Please use it.
Right. I mean, I think, again, the rules should be focused on the use of AI in certain contexts. So if you look at, for example, so if you look at the EU AI Act, it has certain uses of AI that it says are just simply too dangerous and will be outlawed in the
Okay, so we ought to first pass a law that says you can use AI for these uses but not others. Is that what you're saying?
We need to define the highest risk uses of AI.
Is there anything else?
And then, of course, requiring things like impact assessments and transparency, requiring companies to show their work, protecting data that's used to train AI in the first place as well.
All right. Professor Marcus, if you could be specific, this is your shot, man. Talk in plain English and tell me what, if any, rules we ought to implement. And please don't just use concepts. I'm looking for specificity.
Sam Altman stepped up, cool and calm, but his proposals were bold: a new agency to license major AI, dangerous capability tests, and independent audits by outside experts. When asked if he'd run the agency, Altman smiled. He loves his job and has no equity in OpenAI. No stock, nothing. Kennedy's response: you need a lawyer. The big question hanging over the hearing: can Congress regulate what it barely understands? Even with smart experts like Montgomery, Marcus, and Altman, if lawmakers don't get AI, how can they protect us? The stakes are sky high. The wrong move could be catastrophic.
Number one, a safety review like we use with the FDA prior to widespread deployment. If you're going to introduce something to 100 million people, somebody has to have their eyeballs on it.
There you go. Okay, that's a good one.
Number-
Not sure I agree with it, but that's a good one. What else?
You didn't ask for three that you would agree with. Number two, a nimble monitoring agency to follow what's going on, not just pre-review, but also post as things are out there in the world, with authority to call things back, which we've discussed today. And number three would be funding geared towards things like AI constitution, AI that can reason about what it's doing. I would not leave things entirely to current technology, which I think is poor at behaving in ethical fashion and behaving in honest fashion. And so I would have funding to try to basically focus on AI safety research. That term has a lot of complications in my field. There's both safety, let's say short-term and long-term, and I think we need to look at both. And rather than just funding models to be bigger, which is the popular thing to do, we need to fund models to be more trustworthy.
Because I want to hear from Mr. Altman. Mr. Altman, here's your shot.
Thank you, Senator. Number one, I would form a new agency that licenses any effort above a certain scale of capabilities and can take that license away and ensure compliance with safety standards. Number two, I would create a set of safety standards focused on what you said in your third hypothesis as the dangerous capability evaluations. One example that we've used in the past is looking to see if a model can self-replicate and self-exfiltrate into the wild. We can give your office a long other list of the things that we think are important there, but specific tests that a model has to pass before it can be deployed into the world. And then third, I would require independent audits. So not just from the company or the agency, but experts who can say the model is or isn't in compliance with these stated safety thresholds and these percentages of performance on question X or Y.
Can you send me that information?
We will do that.
Would you be qualified to if we promulgated those rules, to administer those rules?
I love my current job.
Cool. Are there people out there that would be qualified?
We would be happy to send you recommendations for people out there, yes.
Okay. You make a lot of money, do you?
No, I'm paid enough for health insurance. I have no equity in OpenAI.
Really?
Yeah.
That's interesting. You need a lawyer.
I need a what?
You need a lawyer or an agent.
I'm doing this because I love it.
Thank you, Mr. Chairman.
Thanks, Senator Kennedy.
Should AI have to pass a safety test like a drug? Should a watchdog agency pull unsafe models from the market? If you were king or queen for a day, what would you ban AI from doing? Drop your thoughts in the comments. I read every single one. Smash like for more breakdowns and subscribe to stay informed.